Hi guys, what is up? I'm Sam with ExploreTrailPhoto.com. Today is Photo Book of the Month, and the photo book of this month is The Suffering of Light by Webb. So everyone, just before we delve into this amazing book, I just wanted to say that I've also written an article about Webb on my website, and that's called 10 things I've learned about Webb about shooting in colour. And it's all about how his colour photography, which is all throughout this book, has affected me as a photographer and has really made me think about what I'm shooting when I'm shooting in colour, why I'm shooting in colour, and to really make the best of what I do when I do shoot in colour. So, firstly we'll open the book. You've got your front page saying The Suffering of Light, and the first thing you see is this page here, this beautiful confusing image with a lot of things going on. You've got people in the field, you've got this helicopter in the background. It's quite a crazy image. I think this is one of Webb's sort of favourites, which is why it's in the front. Next over you've got a quote saying, "Colours are the deeds and suffering of the light." You've got another image here by Webb. Just starting to get into his work here. This isn't really showing the true potential of the amount of sort of colours that are in his work. Next over we've got a quote from Webb himself. It says, "I only know how to approach a place by walking. For what does a street photographer do but walk and watch and wait and talk, and then watch and wait some more, trying to remain confident that the unexpected, the unknown, or the secret heart of the known waits just around the corner." And here you've got a preface. This is all about Webb. In this he talks about how he was struggling as a photographer in 1979, I think. Yep. He was struggling, he was photographing in black and white. He knew that it wasn't for him. He thought he faced a dead end. This all changed when he went to Haiti and he began photographing in colour. And he said that when he travelled to Haiti, this changed him both as a person and as a photographer. And it's really spurred him on to shoot in colour, and it's really quite amazing how his work changed from that point on. He then started photographing in the Caribbean and the US-Mexican border. So that's enough of me chatting on. Let's have a look at the book. So guys, just after the preface, this is the first image that you see in the book. Really beautiful image, really excellent colours, really good composition here. I don't know if you can see that, but that's a head of someone, and they've got the movement of them walking through this window into this sort of restaurant. Really amazing picture. Next photograph is one of my favourites in the book. This photograph depicts people, they look like they're in some sort of classroom, and the colours here are just amazing. The composition again, you've got a man in the front here in the foreground smoking. And you've got the background characters, and the sort of the change from red to yellow to green is just really amazing. Webb uses a lot of stark shadows in his work. So from sort of Haiti, which is where he first started shooting, these sort of really high sort of colours, but really sort of high contrast work with these really dark shadows. Cover of the book, very interesting. Got these eyes in the top. Got these sort of half faded out people here. Got a child here. All very sort of interesting compositionally. More interesting sort of compositions here. Again, working on the colour. Very different sort of photography. But that's why I like it. I really like sort of different sort of photography. I really like street photography. Goes hand in hand with the documentary stuff that I love. Sort of like Steve McCurry and Webb. Winogrand being sort of the forefather of street photography in New York. But just the colours in this book really are amazing. I'm not going to go from image to image. I said I wasn't, but that's another amazing shot. Not sure where that is. Where does that say? Kinsha. Excuse my pronunciation. Just sort of the reds and the contrast of that. Really sort of amazing. Another great photograph by Webb. This is actually in my article, 10 things that I've learned about shooting colour by from Alex Webb. And it's just amazing how he's got the movement in the ball, the boy spinning, sort of looks like a globe, the world in his hands, even though it's probably a football. Got the boy looking in the camera, got other people looking off in the frame. Really sort of groundbreaking photography for me. And a lot of people don't actually know Alex Webb, which really sort of bummed me out when I first started doing photography and learning about photography. I sort of said, oh, I really like this photographer. And not many people know him, so I think that this, I want to do him justice a bit really. He's a magnum photographer, Webb. Another great shadow here, great shadow image. So yes, this is The Suffering of Light. I really recommend you go out and buy this book. A great addition to anyone's photo book collection. Another great photograph here. And these are all from sort of New Mexico. I think there's a few from Africa. Definitely the Caribbean islands, definitely Haiti, as this is a place that he's returned to again and again. But just the colours in this work are really prominent. He's thought about it, it's colour film, really beautiful photography. And the kind of stuff I really want to make in my career. Great image here, the pyramid in the background, that's not a real pyramid obviously, it's an advertisement. You've got the car in the foreground and then you've got people. You've got a portrait in the middle there. Really brilliant photography. With the amount of great photography in this book, I could literally talk for hours and hours about each image, but we don't want to be here all day, so I'm just going to talk about this image in particular. For me, this image really sums up Webb's work, and it really has all the elements for me that makes a great photographic image. It's got the composition there, you've got foreground, background, things of interest going on, you've got the colours that are just really vibrant. It doesn't always have to be colour that makes a great photographic image, but with this image it really works within it. You've got points of interest, you've got the boy here upside down. I don't know if you can see, there we go. We've got the boy here upside down. You've got the legs of someone else here. You've got half of someone else here, and you've got someone completely over here looking in a completely different direction. And just for me, this really sums up Webb's work. If you look at this image, you can sort of assume how the rest of his work's going to be. You've even got a bit of his sort of style, his own style with the shadows. Well, this is all his own style obviously, but big sort of vibrant colours and shadows really sort of remind me of Alex Webb whenever I see photography. If we just flick on, see a few more images. He really is a photographer that has inspired me in my own photography. It inspires me to get out more and explore really as well, because none of this is staged. This has all just happened because he was in the right place at the right time. He was adventuring, exploring the environment with his camera. I believe it was him that said street photography is 99% failure. Or it might have been Winogrand, but one of the great photographers, street photographers, said that street photography is 99% failure, and you've only got that 1% that is actually successful and is visually intriguing, compositionally interesting. This is another great image with the rainbow, the children playing in the street. Got the background as well, very interesting. And then we have we've got an afterword here by Geoff Dyer, and at some point I may have gone past it already. You've got sort of notes about the project. Yeah, I've gone past it. You've got here we are, notes and books about the projects. So this is just by Alex Webb. just talking about each individual journey that he went on to get these images. This is sort of a larger collection of his work. He's got smaller books involving sort of Haiti and the Caribbean islands, and each sort of smaller book has its own sort of journey, its own series, which is very interesting. And here he's just talking about how each journey was very unique, and how each one inspired him to go and do another one and another one. Funnily enough, I didn't know if you know this about Alex Webb, but his wife is also a photographer, and they engage in photography and they edit together, which I always found to be quite funny and quite interesting. That they sort of edit each other's work sometimes. They always edit their own work, and they're always sort of collaborating about photography together, which is very interesting. You don't see many photography couples out there. So that is The Suffering of Light by Alex Webb. I really recommend you go and buy this book. Any book of Webb's will be a great one to your collection. Even if you don't go and buy a book, I recommend you go and read up about Alex Webb. He's a great photographer, and this book has 30 years of photographs. Please stay tuned for more video updates, more vlogs, more blog articles. Please keep looking at my website, it really helps me out. And also, I've just got all of my stuff, all of my backpacking stuff for Vietnam. I went out on, was it yesterday? No, day before yesterday, and I bought all of my trekking gear, all of my adventurous sort of equipment to go to Vietnam. Bought loads and loads of memory cards. There's another article on my website about Vietnam and everything else, so please give that a look, and soon we'll have some brand new photography from Vietnam. Thank you. Been Sam with ExploreTravelPhoto.com. See you later.